So this video is going to be a little bit different as I'm going to try something new. Something I've realized is I haven't uploaded anything in how long?
Oh my goodness!
I can explain. So I have been working on a video over the past months, but it's just taken too damn long. So you see this square box here? That's the timeline. And this small sector here is what I've done so far. So I started thinking of how I can merge game completion and achievements and make it into a new video format. And then I began digging through my Steam library and find games that may not necessarily be too hard but have the occasional achievement that stands out. For example, Katana Zero. First you had to complete a full run on hard mode, and then you had to complete a speedrun of the base game at a gold rank to receive 100% completion. Plants vs. Zombies. A game that is typically very easy, but the endless modes that it provides with China Shop and Better Off Dead really pushes your ability to understand the game at a fundamental level. And sometimes your run may die just to RNG, and it's not even your fault. And then finally, Dying Light. With its roster of countless difficult achievements that boasts a challenge to the player, or many others just haven't completed the DLCs within the game, making the achievements rarer.
My leg!
And that is where I thought of today's video idea of hardest achievement in a game. And in this case, hardest achievement in Deep Rock. For those unaware, Deep Rock is a game about shooting bugs, mining minerals, mining even more minerals, and guess what? Mining even more minerals. Drinking loads of beer, and most importantly,
rock and stone, brother!
we will be mainly focusing on the barrel minigame. I know, it's quite a surprise, but not a lot of people own this achievement. And when I was told by my friends, oh, there's an achievement for getting a score of 3,000 with under 100 kicks, I had to go for it. So here I will let you witness my first proper attempts at getting the achievement. Okay. So throughout the first couple attempts, I was trying to figure out what is the best view angle or kick angle to have. I think I tried a couple left or right, but eventually I just stuck down to dead center because it's the easiest way to gauge the barrel flying distance, as left and right made it just a little too difficult to really grasp when you should kick it, and the way they ricochet off the bounce back from the hoop is not really ideal. Ah, too late.
Damn, I'm good at this.
Yeah, you see me here just kind of fumbling all over the place, but it's more like a test run, I suppose, of seeing what I can do rather than going for a serious attempt. I think there is ways of doing it better than I do. I feel like there's a way to somewhat cheese the multiplier score, which I'll talk about later in the video. But yeah, we'll just kind of get to the end of this attempt and
Watch and learn.
show you that not the biggest pro from the very beginning.
I am awesome.
Are you serious? Huh? Huh? What was that?
Oop, I slipped. Badass. Okay, this is not happening. Not
Really?
again. I got it.
What?
Yeah. Buggers.
Man, this blows. This is gonna be really hard.
Yes. Yeah. Like that. Damn, I'm good at this.
What?
I slipped. Sweet.
Attempt 1, a score of 1,525. Half the score required. Nowhere near, obviously, but it was more like a test run.
I am awesome.
Alright, attempt 2 starts, and I think this is where I just hone in on the central aisle shot, whatever, I don't know what you call it, and just make sure I
I got it.
start to get the timing of the barrel. I still somewhat falter by trying to force the left and right. But honestly, when you're doing center,
Not
you should just
again.
not do the kick and you'll be fine.
Yeah. Potato. Badass.
Close attempt there, but later on I figure out that most of the time it's not even worth going for.
One down.
There I go again. I keep trying, but first of all, your combo ends at that point, and second of all, it's really hard to hit because that's the hoop rebounds, so you kind of have to hit it at the point where it stops directly in. Oh my god.
Yes. Here we go. Yeah.
We're gonna fast forward a little bit as nothing major is happening. We're just kind of sitting on the central aisle shot.
No.
Literally.
Got it. Like that.
Come on. Nice.
Will do.
Wow. Wow.
Sweet.
What is that?
One down. Okay.
Like I don't even know how I can do.
Yes.
See what I mean?
Watch and learn. Hot potato.
But hey, as you see, we beat our first attempt, which is good news. And yeah, I'll show you the score that I get. It's nothing crazy, but attempt 2, we get 2,240. which, hey, it's only less than 800 off. But let's actually go into how to obtain the achievement rather than just aimlessly kicking barrels, or to help you understand yourself how to get the achievement. All right, let's separate the barrels. We've got a yellow barrel and a red barrel, which has a total score of 10 points to 40 points. How you get that 40 points? Just wait a little bit, And the same for the red barrel. It's a minimum score of 25 to a maximum of 100. And in the 100 barrels, we get 80 yellow and 20 red. So if we do a quick math calculation, the minimum amount of score you can get from the yellow barrels if you scored all of them is 800, but the maximum you can get is 3,200. So if you theoretically hit every single yellow barrel into the hoop with the maximum possible amount of score, you can just get the challenge done, just like that. But we can't ignore the red barrel, where you can get a minimum of 500 points if you just score it in with a base multiplier, and a maximum of 2,000 points. So if we land every yellow and red barrel, we can get a minimum score of 1,300 and a maximum score of 5,200. But the maximum score is actually a little bit less than that. When we start the minigame, our multiplier is set to 1 and it can reach a maximum of 4. So for the first 5 barrels, we lose out on the max potential score of each barrel until we hit the maximum. So the theoretical highest score you can get if you land each barrel plus the first 5 barrels that you need to achieve for maximum multiplier is 5,140. And now, we're not going to be going for the max score because that is batshit insane. So let's break it down to see what the minimum requirement is to get the achievement. So you need to achieve a score of 3,000 or more in less than 100 kicks. So just do 3,000 divided by 100 and you've got an average of 30 score per barrel, which if you're hitting only yellows at 10, just won't do the trick. But if we split it down to 300 score for every 10 barrels, it's a little bit easier to understand. For example, if we score the first barrel and we have a max multiplier of 4, we get 40 points. But then we miss the next one, our multiplier resets back to 1. So the next barrel we hit, barrel number 3, will be on a multiplier of 1, so we only get 10 points. But because we score that barrel, our multiplier goes up to 2, and then if we score that one, we get 20 points. So on the 5th barrel, we have a multiplier of 3, and that will give us 75 points. But then if we go into the 6th barrel and we miss it, it's not too bad, because yes, our multiplier resets, but then if we consecutively try and score enough barrels to get a high multiplier on the red one, we are in the clear. So we start on the 7th barrel with a 1 multiplier, 10 points, 8th barrel, 20 points, 9th barrel, 30 points, and theoretically if we can get the 10th barrel, which is the red one, with a 4 times multiplier, we can get 100 points. So we're not necessarily screwed on the fact that we may have missed a couple barrels and we reset our multiplier. And if we tally all of that up within the 10 barrels, we have a score of 305, which passes the 300 point average that we are looking for. Alright, for example, let's see again how much of a difference it can make if we miss different barrels in different locations. So we start off barrel 1, 4 times multiplier, 40 points. Barrel 2, 40 points. But then we miss the 3rd barrel, which is a reset. So we're back to a 1 multiplier on the 4th one. And then on the red barrel, the 5th one, we have a 2 times multiplier, which is good. We get 50 points. But then again, we miss on the 6th barrel, so we reset. On the 7th barrel, we hit it, 10 points. 8th barrel, 20 points. But then we miss it on the 9th one, which is really going to affect our score for the 10th barrel, and we only get 25 points. And if we total that up, we only get 195. So we are way below the criteria, and that is going to set us back for basically the rest of the run, unless you can kind of get away with that score because you're overachieving. I will show you this next attempt and mainly focus on the barrels, on the score that I get every 10 barrels. And then you can kind of understand what you need to be aiming for, and understand the multiplier a bit more too. I was doing so well, and then realized at the end of the attempt, wait, I might get 3,000 here. I unfortunately do my maths wrong, and I think I will get it on the 100th barrel. I am 15 points under. That means I could have scored like 2 yellow barrels or even one red barrel. I kicked the last yellow barrel, and guess what? I missed it by 1. Attempt number 3. I got a score of 2,985, which guess what? Hey, we're close, right? This is where we have a bit of a roadblock, but I'll speed up the attempts from here on out. Let's just get the achievement. What's taking me so long? Am I right? Let's fucking get it. Nope.
You failed!
No, I'm not dealing with that stuff. Alright, this is the first time I've actually reset a run halfway through because I started looking into the criteria and realized I am not getting that score. I'm just gonna reset. I've already had 2 attempts that have been so incredibly close by short of 1 barrel. Enough is enough. This next attempt is the one. So I won't bore you anymore. Here is the attempt that got me the achievement. There we go, fellas. It's done. But how far can I go after 100? Or before 100, I mean. Hey, you know what? I was about to say, goddamn, if I could get 3.6 there, that would be crazy.
Or wait, no, I wouldn't even be able to get that. 3.555. But you know what?
I take it. I take it. But yeah, that about wraps up the video, I'd say. Tried something new, you know, just to save myself on time, because I've got a lot of projects I want to do, but they're gonna take a long ass time. So hopefully this kind of format works out, you know, you enjoy it, and hopefully you learned something. You know, go get the achievement. If you have Deep Rock, go get it. Takes a little bit of patience, but it's doable. And if you want to find more content from me, the best place will be on Twitch.